Hello, it's Edith Silent Silver Wolf of Love and Above, and this is your angel guidance for the week commencing the 11th of April. This week I will be using Daily Guidance from Your Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. So let's get started. Okay, first card. So this is for Monday. Let your past go. Maybe there's something that is on your mind about your past. Maybe, you know, what maybe you've had some, you're still feeling the after effects of letting go of somebody in your life, or someone letting you go in your life. It could be anything, and sometimes these things can play on our minds. And it's just saying, let the past go. There is nothing to keep the past here. It's happened, and it will never be, you know, revisiting it in your mind is not going to change what has happened. But what you can do is give healing to the situation. Now this and it will help you view it just slightly differently. Now this is really easy to say, because when you're in that space where you cannot let go of the past, it's really difficult. And I know this through personal experience as well. Sometimes it can take me months and months to let go of something, but maybe this is the nudge that you need to start making those steps into just letting go of whatever it is that from your past that you're struggling to let go of. Or maybe it's not struggle, maybe it's just you want to let go of it, but you don't know when to let go of it. So I have I used to work with someone. So this is an example of this, of what I've just said. I used to work with somebody who always wanted to give up smoking, and always thought I'll do it after Christmas, but then bought so many packets of cigarettes over Christmas time, wasn't able to do it, and then thought I'll do it when I come back from holiday, but then would go to the duty free and buy a whole load of packs of cigarettes at duty free as well. So when I was living in England, when the smoking ban came in, he decided that he would do it then. And so this is a clear example of when to choose your time to start to let go, because there's never a right time, as it were. He couldn't face the thought of wasting all those cigarettes that he'd bought both at Christmas time, Christmas and New Year, and when he was on holiday. He couldn't bear to waste them. But what he thought he could do, when that smoking ban came in, he decided he would do it then. Now, yes, he had a very clear plan at that point what he was going to do, but most of us don't. And that was the nudge he needed. That when we talk about smoking ban, it was smoking ban indoors, in workplaces, and cafes as well, that sort of thing. Instead of having a smoking section, it's I don't know what it is in your country. Maybe there isn't a smoking ban like that in your country, but it is in England, and this is so he made his plan, but it was the nudge he needed to be able to start to give up smoking. So that's what I mean by a nudge. This card is saying let your past go, and maybe it's not about saying you've got to do it today. It's about saying, look at how you could do it. So there's the thought, and for Monday. So let's have a look at Tuesday. Let's see what comes out. Fresh air. That lovely angel with a child, and the child is evidently enjoying themselves. This card is really saying you can guess where this is going. It's about going outside. It is about enjoying nature as well. I mean, you do not need to be in nature to enjoy the fresh air. Perhaps you work in a building in a city. Maybe just going out for a walk at lunchtime is all you need. Maybe it is, there are some places, companies where they have a veranda, or maybe you can go out onto the roof, where you can just enjoy being outside. So look at how you could maybe get a little bit more fresh air than what you can do. I mean, we in Scotland, where I am based at the moment, there's we've just gone from starting going to work in the mornings in the dark and coming home in the dark. That happens for a number of months in Scotland, and so the only time we can get outside for fresh air and see daylight as well is during the day, during lunchtime. So, but now we've come into this special sort of season where, for about hopefully 6 months of the year, it's going to be light in the morning and light in the evening. So we have many more choices. But have a look at, maybe you could incorporate it into what you're doing. Maybe you have an appointment somewhere, but you can go just 15 minutes early just to enjoy a little bit of a walk outside. When we're connecting with nature, it's like walking can be a form of meditation. That's where I'm going with this. Walking be a type of meditation. It doesn't mean that you need to. A lot of people think meditation is all about Buddhist monks who sit and go Om, and that is a form of meditation. But there are so many hundreds of different types of meditation out there, and walking is a type of meditation. And all it is just being in the moment. It's about feeling your feet as you're walking. It's about what can you smell, particularly if you're in nature. It's about what you can hear. Maybe you can hear birds. Maybe you can hear a river moving next to you. Maybe you can hear the wind in the trees if you are in nature. And it's about just being in the moment, seeing what's happening in that moment. And that is as simple as a walking meditation is. So get out, get some fresh air, enjoy yourself. Maybe it will be a really nice day wherever you are, and you can just go and enjoy. Maybe spend a whole day if you can in nature, just being out in the fresh air and enjoying. I tell you, the time that I appreciate fresh air so much is just after I have been ill. If I'm ill for any reason and I'm stuck in my house and I don't leave the house because I'm ill, I love just opening up the door and being able to be outside and just breathing in fresh air. It's the most appreciative I am of fresh air is when I get out of the house after not being sort of cooped up for such a long time. Doesn't need to be a long time. Sometimes just a couple of days. It's just like it's too much. I need to be outside. But then I do love walking in nature. So let's move on to Wednesday. Let's see what we've got. Wednesday is all about rewarding yourself. So many different ways we can go with this. Reward yourself. Part of me doesn't even know where to start, so I'm just going to let my mind go crazy as it sometimes does with these sorts of things. Rewards can be financial rewards, or rewards do not need to be financial rewards at all. Maybe you can reward yourself by having a walk outside. We've just talked about fresh air, so it can be even just recognizing that you are just totally rocking your awesomeness in something that you are working on, you know, your goals, your plans, that sort of thing. Maybe it's rewarding yourself with that. Maybe it is that you do have a little bit of money. My favourite type of reward is buying myself a notebook. I'm not going to lie. I may have a notebook addiction, obsession. I see a nice notebook and I'm just like, that would be great. The best part is I use them all. I use them for different things. I have stickers on the front saying what they're for. I'm totally in love with notebooks. So when it comes to myself, I will buy a notebook as a reward for myself for something. Reward could just be that you know that you can do something. So I talk about this on occasion. I'm working on my physical fitness at the moment, and I last week at the start of the week I could not do box jumps, and that's from standing where you are on the floor and jumping up onto a box. I could not do that at all. I should well, I couldn't do it for 30 seconds. I could do it, but I couldn't do it for 30 seconds in a row. And then I went to my class on Friday night. Friday was, I then managed to do 30 seconds of box jumps. Just straight jump up onto the box, jump back down again, jump up, jump down. That's the basics of a box jump. And I managed that for 30 seconds straight. Except it was a HIIT class, which basically means it's a high intensity class, which means you do it for 30 seconds, then you do 10 seconds break, and then you do it all again. So I did 30 seconds of it, 10 seconds break, then I went into another 30 seconds of it. And then we do the circuit twice, as it were. So then it got to the third time, and I admit by the end of the 30 seconds, the third time we did it, I was really feeling it in my legs. I will not lie. I was really feeling it in my legs. But the reward in that was, wow, my body can now box jump for 30 seconds. The previous week, it was planking for a minute. I'd never planked for a minute in my life. I struggled at 30 seconds. I didn't even hear the instructor when she said, right, we're going to plank for a minute. I just thought it was going to be normal 30 seconds. So when she said, right, we're going to do the plank next and we're going to hold it, and I thought, okay, I've been planking for 30 seconds for the previous week. That's fine. And I did not think, I just didn't listen when she said 1 minute. I was thinking, right, I've got to get myself into position to be able to do it properly, and then I planked for a minute, which I wasn't expecting. I did collapse at the end of it onto the mat, and I did stretch nicely, but the reward for me was just knowing that I could physically do something I could not do before. I didn't need a reward. I didn't need to reward myself with anything apart from knowing that I could do it. So maybe the reward is knowing that you could do it. You can reward yourself for anything. Maybe, like I say, that was for me this last week. Perhaps, you can reward yourself for, by just recognising how far you've come on a journey if you're on a journey at the moment. Maybe look at just, we've had a tough past couple of years in worldwide. We were in a pandemic. Maybe reward yourself by, hey, I managed to get through this. I have managed to mentally tough my way through this, because it is a difficult time, because we've gone from a number of years of structure straight into, so some of us just didn't work for such a long time, and just having absolutely no structure in the day at all. This did mean that people started doing projects that they hadn't done before. Some people went into self-development work in a big way. Loads of people did loads of different things. I think as a collective society we realised this. We quite liked the idea of not working for a little while, and then it was like, well, what am I going to do now? And it was a big eye opener for a lot of people, and particularly of what was important to people as well in their life. So maybe you just want to reward yourself that you got yourself through the pandemic. So there's some thoughts. So that is Wednesday. Let's move on to Thursday. Okay. Okay. Heart chakra. So, for those people who do not know what chakras are, I'm going to give a very quick whistle-stop tour of chakras. We have chakras all over our bodies. On our physical body, where our glands are. So we have pituitary gland, we have glands in all these different parts of our body. It's basically a line like down the centre of our body, as it were. And this particular chakra is over the heart. Now, when the chakras are in balance, it means that our pituitary, try that again. It means that our glands are not having to work so hard. At all times, our glands and our physical body tries to, it is basically trying to heal ourselves with anything. You know, if you have even something small like a cut, you can see very quickly that the body is trying to coagulate the blood so it dries up, so it can then knit itself, the skin, back together again, so it can, be a normal level of skin. You can see that with physical injury, and with even with other things in our body that we don't necessarily understand internally, like not understand, but things that we don't see, like a physical injury, like digestion. Sometimes we can eat a bit too much and our body's just like, oh, we need to figure this out. So our bodies are consistently, if it's not in balance, it will consistently try to heal ourselves, and these happens particularly from these glands. So when the chakras, I wanted to say swirl, but they move in a circular direction. Depending on which chakra it is, one goes one way and one goes the other way. And it's just the energetic field around these glands. That's what the chakras are. And so with the heart chakra, they're also different colours. So the heart chakra is green. Now, it can be any shade of green, but lighter the green, the more unconditional love that there is. So the chakras. So what this is saying for Thursday is to look after your heart chakra. Look at your unconditional love, your love for your fellow human, your fellow man. It doesn't even need to be for humans. It could be for animals. It could be for nature. It could be for anything. It's not saying there's anything wrong with the love that you have for others in the world or situations, but it might mean that on Thursday, maybe it's just a little nudge to say, hey, remember to love yourself as well. There's nothing wrong with loving yourself. I heard a great phrase once, that to be able to love others, the first person you should be able to love is yourself. That's a huge thing for a lot of people, particularly if you've grown up thinking that you're not enough. So have a think about. There's another one I want to say. I was thinking twice about whether I should say this. It's a guy I follow called Matt Kama, and he always ends all his videos saying that what he wants you to do is to love all living things, but above all, love thyself. And I think that was it's a beautiful way to end. He ends most of his videos like that. His early videos maybe not, but most of his videos like that. And it kind of struck me, hearing that all the time, it kind of struck me that it's just like, love thyself above all other living things. Because putting yourself first means that you can give help to others. It's like the You know, we hear on planes where you're told put the oxygen mask on yourself first and then help a child, because if you're struggling, you might not be able to help the child at all. But if you can do that first, then you can help the child. So it's exactly the same here. So maybe this is the nudge to say, hey, maybe look after yourself a little bit. Show yourself self-love. It could be that you're showing yourself compassion. It could be that you're going to say, oh, actually, I'm going to say no to this today because, or no to something, to a commitment, because you're exhausted, you're tired, and you need to spend some time just relaxing so that you do not let stress creep up on you. So look at exactly what it's trying to say. Friday. Let's have a look. What do you desire? Have a think about that. That's a question. That isn't, that's not an answer. Friday, think about, what is it that you desire? What do you desire? What is it that you desire in life? That's the question. It is not even saying action it. Action what you desire. It's not saying you must do it. It's asking you the question. Take some time out on Friday, maybe in the evening. Think about, write down on a piece of paper, have a little, I love little spider ones. I love that since a child. You write a topic in the middle, put a circle around it, and then do spider legs off it to decide, oh, what, just all your thoughts on a particular topic. And I do that a lot. I still use that tool now in my life. Maybe you want to do that. And just think about, what is it that I desire? Maybe you'll action something on that. Maybe it's just a refocus on your goals. Is some goals that you've set for yourself no longer something that you want? Or maybe it is, you've thought of other goals that you want to add in. So have a think. Saturday. Let's have a look. I don't know what to say about this. New partner. New partner, there is an obvious meaning of that, looking at a new romantic partner. But let's take that out, because that's not real life for everybody. So we'll take out romantic partner immediately, because a lot of people have seen that and thought, there's going to be someone else in my life, but I'm happily married, just like myself. So let's look at partnerships. Maybe you need, I like having buddy systems or help. I have a friend who works in the self-development field, and me and her like to bounce ideas off each other. We like to keep accountable to each other. We will be seeing each other this week. We'll go for a walk around our local loch, and during that time we will be talking about our accountability and on our goals and different things. Will I be looking for a new partner in that area? No, because that's what I do with her. But it's just a suggestion of, what is it that you might need a partner? Is it that you want a partner as in a gym buddy, someone to go to the gym with? Or maybe it's not going to the gym with them, maybe it's meeting them there, and maybe it's an accountability that way, or maybe it's a help that way. Maybe a spotter, as the official gym term for some work with weights. Maybe you're looking for a running partner. Maybe you're looking to find somebody to duet with in a musical sense. Maybe you're a clarinet player and you're looking for another clarinet player. Maybe you're a piano player and you're looking for a singer. Maybe maybe it's not even a person. Maybe you're a piano player and you're looking for an orchestra to play with. you know, there's different things out there. Different. Maybe you've got a skill set and you want to use it with an organization, a particular organization. So Saturday is all about new partner, or maybe just new partnership. What is it that you want to look at from a different viewpoint, and see if you can get into some sort of new partnership with somebody or an organization. Right, let's look at Sunday next week. Perfect timing. So, exactly what it says, perfect timing. Maybe it's you will have a busy day, so you need to have some sort of perfect timing. Maybe something will happen, but in perfect timing. How many times have we we done something? Well, try that again. How many times have we agreed to meet somebody and we're running late like mad, and we know if we stop to contact them and say, I'm going to be running late, you're just hoping that they're going to be there, and you've got there and they're just like, oh, you've arrived too, because they were running late too. And it's just like, oh, perfect timing. So maybe something happens just in the moment. You might not understand this until Sunday, and this is a big thing with cards generally. Sometimes we don't understand what's going to happen until we actually get to the day itself, and then it makes sense, complete sense. There we go. That is your oracle card reading for the week. I just want to finish by saying, keep rocking your awesomeness.